I met Taylor Swift. I'm just gonna talk about that, you know, like all that jazzy jazz, all those details. So I got the DM October 12th, the day before the first secret sessions in London, which some of my friends attended, so big wig. Anyways, I was in school when it happened. I was eating lunch with my friends, and all that popped up was confidential message, and I pressed on it, and I'm Boo the Fool, and my school Wi-Fi has Tumblr blocked. Like, I've tried VPN, I've tried like using my data, but Verizon sucks in my school area, so that did not happen. So I had to use my friend's phone to check the message, and like I gave them all my details, like sold my soul to Taylor Nation, like, boom shakalaka, and boom shakalaka, and boom shakalaka. They called me back a little more than 24 hours later, and I was in the car on the way to the movies. And like I was getting a call from New York. I was like, this has to be Taylor Nation. And boom shakalaka, it was. They told me all the information. They would email me a special event. Flash forward to the day. Boom shakalaka, we met up in a parking lot. I met up with Julia. We were chilling, we were freaking out, we were choking, we were doing all that jazzy jazz. So we were in line, we checked in, and then we had to wait in another line for the vans to come pick us up to move us on over to her house. But sister, you could literally see her house from the location. Like, you could walk there probably like in 5 minutes. We roll up skirt at her house. The gates open. I was like, We pull up in her driveway. We get out. We start choking again. Security screen us for like the 5th time. That was crazy. And then we get in her garage. Honey, that house is so tall. Regular houses just like this house was like and so we had to climb all these stairs. It was about like 500 hours of cardio. That was yikes. And then when we got in there, they had like all these snacks laid out. First thing we did was sprint to the bathroom because sister, we had to pee. And I go in the bathroom, boom shakalaka. The toilet seat was broken for some reason. Maybe it was like Rhode Island Night 1. That's some tea right there. And then after that, we just kept on walking around. More people kept on coming in because like the vans were like filing people in one van at a time. Went on the balcony. We're pretending to throw up off the balcony. I don't know why. Looking around the dining room, eating food. They had Chick-fil-A nuggets, but I didn't eat any because I was super nervous and my stomach was gonna like throw up if I ate anything big. So I just ate pineapple. I tried an olive, and then I realized that I hate olives, so I spit that out. There was a cheese platter. People were like, oh my god, the cheese is really good. And I tried it. I don't think I like fancy cheese. Like, I'm just like American and cheddar cheese. They had pineapple. Ooh, sister, I ate that pineapple. That was so good. They had M&Ms. And then they had like Rep sugar cookies. Like, is this a sugar cookie? But it said Rep on it. Yeah. Julia and I kept on touching random things. Like, we touched her knives, we touched her oven. We were trying to get recorded for like the interviews because like they were just like cameramen like interviewing people, and we were trying. We were like, hi, or like, hi, but didn't work. Yeah, we were touching her walls because they were really soft. Normal walls are like, oh, like it's like okay, like yeah, it's a wall, but no, sister. These walls were really soft. Love those walls. Julie and I ran up to Scott and we're like, oh, yo, can we have guitar picks? And he was like, yes, of course. And he just gives us guitar pick. And we're like, oh my god, Andrew. She said like, are you guys like excited or whatever? And I was like, oh my god, yes. Like, thank you for like stuff. I forgot what I said. And she was like, oh my gosh, you're so sweet. Sweet pea or something like that. And I was like, and we saw Austin just like chilling in the kitchen, and I was like, oh my god, I have to tell Austin about my best friend Alex. Like, and she's obsessed with him. Every time we FaceTime, every time we talk, something about Austin's gonna be brought up. Like, he like shook our hand, and I was like, he was like, what's your name? I was like, I'm Megan. And then he was like, what's your name? And Julia was like, I'm Julia. And then I talked to him. I was like, yo, dude, like my friend Alex is like obsessed with you. And he just like was so happy. And then after that, we ate more Rep M&Ms. So we just stood in a random hallway where other people were standing because like we figured that they were gonna open the doors and like boom shakalaka, like we would be able to go in there. And then I turn around and Mary is there. Mary messaged me like 2 months before the secret session, and she was like, oh my god, we both live in New Jersey, and like we talked a little, but like didn't talk that much after that. And then when I saw her like behind me, I was like, sister, like wig, like oh my god. We like had like a little like squad. It was me, Julia, and Mary. Another hour of waiting in line. They opened up the doors, and sister, we sprinted to like try to get a seat close to Taylor by like the big chair. And we were like sharing a pillow. It was a bit uncomfortable because the floor was hardwood and we were just sharing a cushion, like one like mini cushion. I am stronger than a US Marine. Yeah, my knees and legs felt like jello. It felt like Okay, so while we were waiting for her to come out of whatever door she was gonna come out of, someone was like, oh, we should sing a song. And then someone yelled, Fearless! And so we started to sing along to Fearless. As soon as we hit the chorus, boom shakalaka, this woman walks out and we start screaming, ah! Yeah, she looked so beautiful, so like happy, and she was like, ah! And I was like, ah! So she sits at the chair. She basically explained to us that whatever she talks about in the sessions, like little stories behind each song, stays in the secret session. Like, during that entire time, she kept on looking over in our direction. Like, we were just like dancing. I was going like that or something. I don't know, man. And then she like copied that, and she was like, and I was like, ah. At one point, Julia and I started choking. Like, then she saw it and she started laughing. I forget what song this was, but she was like, did you guys like the song? And I was like, yeah! And then I gave her like 2 thumbs up. And then she looked, and then she like smiled and like gave two thumbs up too. I was like, ah! After that, she was like, okay, I'm gonna get like freshened up. There's snacks out in the living room. You guys can look at the magazines. And yeah, so she left, and then I got up, sprinted to the bathroom, because sister, I drank 3 smart waters before I sat down, and a sister had to pee. And after that, I found Mary and Julia again. We were chilling. And then she pops out of nowhere with like a glass of wine in her hand. She's like, let's go by the piano. And then, sister, we sprinted to the piano. We were like, and I think Julia got there first, or like Mary, and like they like pushed me to the front because like I am short. Like, that's crazy. Like, Yeah, she was like making her way on over, like hugging people, like talking to them while walking to the piano, because like there was like so many people. I was like, oh, like she should play All Too Well, like right now. So like I started like being like all too well, not too loudly. And then like it caught on. I was like, sister, like, oh my god, what if she does play All Too Well? Or what if like we're all Boo Boo the Fool and she plays like another song, like 22 on the piano. I don't know. My sister comes over. I think she hugged Julia on the way over to the piano. Like, I really don't remember. I blacked out, sister. And she sits down. Ow. And then she starts playing All Too Well. I don't really know if I'm supposed to talk about this, but like in March, I posted a video of me screaming to All Too Well on Tumblr with my brother interrupting me at the end. And she vlogged it and she saw it and she was like, oh, like transcendent performance art. And I was screaming All Too Well in my living room, and flash forward a couple months later, I'm screaming All Too Well in her living room. Like, that's crazy, man. Like, after that, she gets up and then she starts like hugging other people, and then she turns around and then she sees me and like she's like, oh, Maggie, you're even cuter in person. And then I was like, and then she hugged me. Mary was right next to me, and then she hugs Mary. After that, everybody just like sort of like scattered around her living room, just Jay chilling again. Julia, Mary, and I all like plopped down on her big couch, and like we were just so shook over what happened. She hugged all of us, like, ah. And then my dad starts to like talk to Scott about like random stuff. They were like BFFs. And then we were just like freaking out in line to meet her. There were like 5 groups ahead of us, and we were all meeting her separately. Like, I was with my dad, Mary was with her brother, and Julia was with her mom. And I saw something on the ground. I was like, sister, is that Meredith or Olivia's fur? I think at the time I thought it was a piece of lint, and I was like, oh, like I'll just like put this in my pocket. When I got home later, I took it out. I was like, oh, this is a furniture mover. Flash forward, we're next in line, and I can literally see her talking to the other person, like taking pictures, and I was like I'm about to meet her. The people leave in front of us, and then Taylor was just standing there, like she was like, and like smiling. And I ran right into her arms and like, oh my god, and then we hugged. Oh my god. The hug literally could have gone on for like 500 hours because like she did not let go, sister. I think like in her arms, I was like, I love you so much. And like, I don't know what she said because like I'm illiterate. And then after that, she was like, oh my god, I just want to put you in my pocket and keep you there. And I was like, sister, like, thank you. Like, but she kept on complimenting me. Oh my god, you're so energetic. You radiate so much happiness. And she called me actual sunshine. My dad was still talking to Scott. And then she was like, oh, do you guys want to get a group picture? I was like, yes, sister. So, we took a picture. She had to like scoot down because like my dad and I are really short, and I had to go on my tiptoes. So like I look like an average height. And after that, she's like, oh, did you have a pose in mind? I wanted to do a pose where like she's like standing like with like her foot out or something. And like I was like pointing to her boots because like, or her legs, because her legs are really long and her boots are really nice. So I'm Boo Boo the Fool, and I literally told her, oh my god, yeah, since your boots are really nice and your legs are really long, we should take a picture like that. She's like, oh my god, that would be so cool, but I feel like the height difference would be a little awkward, so we should go on the couch. I was like, yeah. That was funny. And so we sit on the couch, and she was like, I was thinking that we could do a hugging picture. And I was like, oh my god, yes, sister. So she was like, do you want to have our legs intertwined or put my legs on top of you? And I was like, you could put your legs on top of me. She's like, okay. And then she does it, and I was like, ah. Like, I was like about to throw up. She's like, is this okay? Like, I was like, yes, sister, it's okay. And then like she puts like her arms around me and like her cheek against my cheek, and we hug and we take a picture. And the photographer's like,
oh, that one turned out bad. We can take another one.
I was like, okay, go huff, I guess. But in between pictures, Scott shouts across the room, they were at the wedding, Taylor! And I was like, no, we were not at the wedding. Okay, a little background information. Taylor crashed a wedding in my town in 2016. As soon as we found out, I had my parents drive, like skirt to the venue. She already left an hour before we arrived, so it's fine. So I guess my dad told Scott about the wedding, and Scott thought that we were at the wedding. We were at the wedding, but like not like in the wedding. And Taylor was just very confused. I didn't know what she was doing, but like she literally looked like she was straight out of the Speak Now era. Like her hair, ramen noodles. Her like face, like perfect. Like this woman does not age. I was like,
sister.
And so after that, we take another picture. I was holding onto her boots, and she was like holding onto my hand, and like she was, oh my god, like hugging me again. Big wig. And then after that, we stand up, and my dad's like, tell her about your brother. And I was like, oh my god, yeah, my brother really wanted to come, but he couldn't. So he says hi, and then she's like, oh, tell Patrick I said what's up. And I was like, Patrick, like, you know his name, like, wig. And so, boom shakalaka, we hug again. And then she was like, bye. And I was like, bye. Yeah, we leave, and then we get the little tote bags. And Scott gave my dad another keychain. Love him. That was a wig. So I'm illiterate and did not film an outro or whatever you call it. I don't know. I'm not a YouTuber. But that was my experience meeting Taylor and meeting friends and going to a secret session. That sounds so weird to say. But yeah, boom shakalaka. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hee hee. Thank you for watching, sisters.